Is your golf scorecard higher than you deserve? Here's a hard truth. If you're not using the tricks that scratch golfers do, you're probably adding a ton of unnecessary strokes. So today, I'm breaking down the top 5 game-changing cheats that scratch golfers swear by. And I know some of you might be thinking, aren't they just good players? Sure, but they didn't get to that level by only working on their swing. There are some strategic secrets in play here. These aren't shortcuts in the sense of quick fixes, but if you want to make a serious leap in your game without completely overhauling your swing, keep watching. Cheat number 1 might surprise you with how simple yet powerful it is, so be sure to stick around for that. So at number 5, we've got course management. If you're used to going all out on every drive, you might think scratch golfers are all about crushing it down the fairway every time. Actually, they're more like chess players. Scratch golfers don't just think about the hole they're on, they think a few shots ahead. If they're on a narrow fairway with trees lining the right, they might aim left to avoid trouble. Or on a par 5, if they're 220 yards from the green, they often don't take the hero shot. They lay up to a comfortable distance and leave themselves with a good approach shot, rather than risking it all to reach in 2. It's not about the shot, it's about the setup. Take this example. A scratch golfer on a tricky par 4 might decide to lay up with a 4-iron rather than go for broke with a driver. It sounds simple, but it's a cheat because it's easy to get sucked into the go big or go home mindset. Scratch golfers use clubs that fit the situation, not their ego. They leave themselves room to recover if they miss the fairway. This disciplined approach to club selection and positioning is a huge part of their consistency. It's why they don't walk off the course with 5 double bogeys. Remember, they're not avoiding risk to play boring golf, they're playing smart golf. Next time you're on a hole that feels intimidating, think about aiming for safety. You might miss out on the occasional birdie chance, but you'll sidestep more bogeys in the long run. This cheat is all about putting pace control. I know it sounds too simple to be game-changing, but scratch golfers treat pace like it's their secret weapon. Here's what I mean. When they're facing a 30 or 40-foot putt, they're not looking to sink it, they're focused on getting it within a few feet of the hole. According to Golf Stats, scratch golfers have nearly a 90% chance of making a putt inside 3 feet, but a much lower chance from long range. So their goal isn't to make a miracle putt, but to leave themselves with a safe, short second one. Let's get specific. Say you've got a 40-footer uphill. A scratch golfer focuses on controlling the pace. They know if they leave it within 2 or 3 feet, they'll avoid a dreaded 3-putt. For us, it's tempting to overhit these long putts to get it there, but scratch players know that's a fast track to a bogey. So next time you've got a long putt, focus on lagging it close. It's not flashy, but remember, fewer putts mean fewer strokes. You're not leaving anything on the table here, you're setting yourself up to walk off the green happy. Now let's talk about the scramble mindset. This might be the cheat that separates scratch golfers from the rest of us the most. Scratch golfers have a gift for what I call damage control. They know they're going to hit bad shots just like we all do, but they're experts at making sure those shots don't turn into disasters. A scratch player in the trees? They're not just going to hack their way through and hope for the best. Instead, they'll pitch it back to the fairway or find a way to get their ball into a spot where they can recover. Scratch golfers don't let one bad shot turn into 3 bad shots. They know they're giving up fewer strokes by taking their medicine. Think about the last time you were in the rough and tried to pull off some hero shot. How did that go? Probably not great, right? Scratch players avoid that. Their goal is to make sure they're back in a position where they can salvage the hole. They take the path of least resistance to get back on track. So the next time you're in trouble, ask yourself, do I have a real shot here, or am I just playing from a place of frustration? If you've ever watched pros, you've probably seen them do this too. Not every shot has to be brilliant. Some just have to get you out of trouble. This cheat is all about distance control. This isn't just about hitting your irons further, but about hitting them exactly as far as you intend. Scratch golfers know their numbers, especially for those scoring clubs. They don't just know that they hit their 9-iron 135 yards, they know they can take a bit off of it or add a few yards if they need to. And this precise control is what sets them up to land consistently on the green and give themselves birdie chances. Let me give you an example. A scratch golfer from 120 yards out isn't thinking, "I'll just smash my pitching wedge." They're thinking about how to dial it back or ramp it up just right. They know that a shot that's 10 yards long or short can mean the difference between a birdie putt and a chip from the rough. And they're using that knowledge to control their distances like a sniper. Here's the thing, you don't need to hit like a pro, but you need to get to know your distances. Next time you're practicing, take a look at your typical distance with each club. If you're not sure, there are plenty of ways to measure it. Once you know your real range with each club, you'll have an edge when it counts. And now I've saved the best for last. Managing expectations. This might sound like the least technical trick, but it's probably the biggest game changer. Scratch golfers are masters of mindset. They don't let bad shots or bad holes ruin their round, and they're not trying to be perfect. Think about it. Even scratch golfers only hit about 12 to 13 greens in regulation per round. That's less than 2/3. So when they miss, they don't beat themselves up. They know they're going to miss, and they prepare for it. The difference here is that scratch golfers don't carry mistakes forward. They miss, they move on, and they stay focused on the next shot. This cheat works for you because frustration only leads to more mistakes. If you walk up to the next tee angry about the last hole, chances are you're not going to play your best. Scratch golfers play each shot as if it's the only shot that matters, not the one that came before it or the one after. They manage their emotions, keep their expectations realistic, and stay calm. Next time you hit a bad shot, don't analyze it to death. Instead, just refocus and approach the next one with fresh eyes. It's not a hack in the usual sense, but if you adopt that same patience and acceptance, you'll be amazed at how it impacts your game. I've made a video on the top 5 mental tips for lowering your handicap where I go deeper into what exactly you can do to get your head in the game. Even the #1 golfer in the world, Scottie Scheffler, uses some of these tricks, so be sure to check that out. These 5 cheats are the core of what makes scratch golfers so consistent. They don't have superhuman abilities, they're just using techniques that lower their scores. Take these and try them out next time you're on the course. The results might surprise you. Which of these cheats have you tried before, or will you try the next time you're playing? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful or interesting, make sure to like and subscribe for more useful golf videos like this.